Hello everyone and welcome back to Properton. We're just admiring this little community center and oil patch that we built in the last episode. Most of the industrial buildings have now grown in. It's a nice mix with fewer smokestacks. We've got our commercial buildings and then our community park here, as well as this little green belt that I was working on, and I'm sure it'll look nice once all the trees are growing in. Today we'll be working on getting railed. Don't cancel me. We're going to get the cargo rail station put in today, which will help really boost up our company profitability. And we're actually also going to be looking at expanding into some tram networks. So really excited for all the things we have in store. If you're excited to get railed, maybe leave a comment below, or don't report this video and give it a thumbs up instead. Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in today, and let's get started. So we are over here by our cargo, sorry, not our cargo, our rail yard that we placed in the last episode. And I'm going to sit here and laugh at my own joke and pause the game, and we're going to start by placing down a roadway network. So we'll come in to our 2-lane road, and what we're actually going to be working on in here is we'll put in our cargo rail station, but we will also be building up a little bit of an industrial and low density and commercial housing as well, just because those are some of the needs we are looking at filling for the moment. So one of the first things we're going to do here real quick is just start getting our roads in place. So we'll come out probably about 120 here, and we'll just take this straight down and snap it into there for now. We will get our cargo rail facility placed. So we'll grab the train terminal here, and we'll take our contours off and just kind of see maybe where the best place to put this down is. And there's quite a bit of slope there. It would be nice to possibly face it this way instead. So what we will do is we'll take the road out. We'll go back in here. We'll just place it down for now, and then if we put a road snap to the building on the other side real quick, we should be able to easily flip it around, which will kind of make our lives easier. We're trying to hook it up. So we'll twist it around and we'll slide it back like so, and that'll be perfect. And we'll delete this road out for now. And then we'll put some other roads around the current cargo rail. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. We'll address this here shortly. If we come back and put our contours on, we're just going to grid out a little bit here. And we want to come in maybe right around somewhere here where we're not going to be too much interfering with the traffic coming in and out of the cargo facility. And we'll drag this out to about 72, and let's see how long, 144. So if we can maybe extend it to about there. So we've got 88, let's take that down to 80. Put that there, and just see if we can sort of replicate this grid a few times. And we'll come down over to this area, and we're going to grab our medium road, and we can actually unpause the game now. And we'll snap right into the 4-way junction there, and we will see what we can sort of maybe do terrain-wise. It's a bit bumpy, so maybe before we do that, there's a bit of a dip up here as well. So we'll take level terrain, we'll take our brush size down, and we'll just level off, right-click. We'll just try and level off a bit of a pad for the road here. And then if we come up to our top height here, we use our slope terrain, right click at the top, and then just drag kind of the whole way up. That should make a nice spot for this collector. And then later on, when we continue building in this area, we'll be able to kind of smooth out the terrain and all those kinds of things. So do like so. Come back into our 4-lane divided road, and actually we'll switch to the 4-lane road here, and we'll just use the continuous mode, and this should be able to snap. Did it? Oh, there we go. 2.6, yeah, that's a pretty good slope. We'll bring that all the way up, 2.9 to maybe about here, And then we'll just use our simple curve. And see if we can try and maybe make this look a little interesting. So we'll snap that there, and then we'll take our 2-lane road and we'll bring out, curve it in like that, and then just see if we can maybe curve this one, if it'll let us, if it'll behave into those lanes there, maybe, if we go far enough, right to about there. Excellent. And we'll just replace this and turn it around. And then just using our road services tools here, we will, we need to remove the traffic lights. We'll take all the crossings off as well. And yeah, I think that actually looks pretty nice. Gives a little bit of a traffic flow separation and all that good stuff. So ignore all those warning signs in the background. Next, we want to get our cargo rail station hooked up. So we will look at using the dual double track here. And we'll try and kind of hook it in maybe just a little bit towards the bottom. Like that. Yeah, I like how that looks. And we'll take it, we'll go into our simple curve. And we just want to try and sort of bend it towards this rail the best we can. And we want to leave ourselves quite a bit of space because we're going to have to cross the rail as well. And if we come up here too much, I'm assuming this isn't going to want to bend. No. So maybe what we'll do is we'll take this back just a little bit. And see, maybe if we make use of our complex curve, take it out to about there. We'll bend it once so that it heads towards the track. Then we'll click there and bend again, just kind of like when we put the rail initially in. And we'll kind of put it there, and then if we take our simple curve, we'll snap maybe into that node and just see if we can sort of almost bend it all the way through. This actually might be a good one for the complex as well. So we'll bend it there, then another bend. Wonder if can I bend it one more time? No, but that's a pretty good curve there. Click it once and twice. And yeah, that should work. What we'll do is we'll also maybe just provide a few different, actually, I think all in all, that's probably all the connections we're really going to need. What we could do is possibly just give them a different opportunities, maybe just a couple one-ways through the rail yard, just for a little bit of that aesthetic. And we'll see how we can sort of try and hook these in nicely without too many bends and connections in there, but if we put that there maybe. No, that didn't seem to want to connect. Try that one again. Oop, there goes the fall colors. We're now officially into winter. Is it gonna snap there? Oh, I had the wrong mode on. Like that. And it's gonna go that way, so okay, well, that's not really working, so that's okay. I'm not gonna hook these all up at the moment, but you know, later on, if we're finding that we need to do that, we can definitely look at getting that done. So one other thing I would like to do is actually, if we come back into our terraforming, we're gonna use the shift terrain, and we're gonna take our brush strength down quite a bit. We're just gonna try and drop a bit of a ditch if we can. And then if we take the level terrain, we'll pick a height. Let's try that one. Then we'll left click. We'll just drag that through underneath the rail there. And maybe we just build out a little bit of a ditch for now. Like so. And we'll remove that part there. So we'll just pause the game real quick. Again, oops, wrong button. Terraforming. And push that all back. Just right click there, make sure getting the right height. We'll see if we can try and get a bit of a road underneath the best we can. I'm not entirely sure this is gonna end up coming out nicely, but what I probably should have done is a little bit, just maybe actually done that over here. So let me clean that up real quick and then we'll be back. All right, so that road is in. It's a little questionable, but I was fiddling around with it way too long. So anyways, we'll continue on here and just, you know, slowly but surely pretend like we never did anything, and everything will be totally fine. Yeah, now I just gotta remember what my lengths were. 80. There we go. So just also wanted to say a quick late but belated happy Thanksgiving to my subscribers in the United States. Hope you guys all had a good holiday and enjoyed all the festivities there. So some of you may or may not know I'm Canadian, so we already celebrated, but nonetheless, hope you guys had a great time. You know, I definitely could use an extra holiday here and there, but I digress. Yeah, I'm just getting a few more roadway networks here placed, so that these are all nice and in place, and this snapping is really starting to kill me because grid is breaking a little bit, so maybe I will stop trying to get those in. I'll take snapping the guidelines off and see if that gives me a little bit less of a headache. It does, but I have a feeling that is now trying to snap in the road. Okay, we'll just stop playing with that. Yeah, maybe we can put a bit of a park space or something there, but anyways, maybe over here just a few more should nicely fit, like so. Just also wanted to mention, if you haven't done so already, there still is a poll on my community tab for holiday content. So far, a City Skylines 1 no commentary build for a Christmas village is sort of leading the pack. If you guys are looking for something else, please do let me know and I'll see what I can come up with. But yeah, that's the plan so far. Just trying to fix some of this gridding, and it's not really working, so maybe if I bulldoze the roads. Yeah, please do check out that tab. Please vote in it. It's open for now. I don't really plan on closing the poll, but I will probably have to start working. Oh, that's so much better. On it. It's the second as I'm recording this, so probably sometime after this next week here, I'm going to be away working for a little bit, and then when I get back, I do have a nice stretch of time off that I will probably try and work on some of those videos, and they will release over the Christmas period there that I will be working. So yeah, now that we have these grids in place, we're going to actually, just quick, I hope I haven't missed it because the game has been paused. Yeah, shoot, sorry. I wanted to look at the company profitability tab. When I started the episode, these were down in like the 30% range, and you can see they've already shot up to 83 and 85 respectively. And if we kind of look at our taxation, yeah, commercial, even though it's jacked up to 20%, tends to dip quite a bit. And our industrial now is shooting up, and I kind of wonder if taxes are based on like sales, like if it's a sales tax or something, because yeah, it does seem to fluctuate a lot. But yeah, if anyone kind of knows anything about that, please do leave me a comment and let me know. But we're gonna work on a little bit of industrial, and what we'll do is, again, keeping with the wind direction, it's blowing this way, so we should be okay placing some industrial along here. So we'll do some along this side, and then once those have kind of grown in, we'll place them along the other side, and then we'll also place down just big blocks of commercial here, and we'll do just a little bit on each side of the road here as well. Those may take some time to grow in. And then we're also just going to do some low density residential. And yeah, we'll kind of have those face that way, and then maybe we'll just put some bigger ones on that side. Then we can kind of change it up. We'll do some bigger ones on that side, a few smaller ones on that side. Yeah, something like that will do. We'll let these grow in, and looks like we are somewhat sapping some demand. Maybe we'll just try and get a little bit more of the residential down. Alright, just felt like doing a little bit of a detailing in this area. I will be doing some more probably in my next video that'll be coming out soon, but yeah, that's kind of how this little area is coming together, and you know, honestly, it's actually looking pretty nice minus all the rain, but yeah, lots of people moving in. Placed the city park there. Ooh, great potato trees. Reset that a little bit later, but yeah, we got some nice commercial building in, so all in all, pretty happy with how this is looking so far. See, our demands are already shooting back up again, but yeah, we're actually going to just step slightly away from this area here and continue getting railed with our next bit of transit, which would be our trams. So we'll come into our transportation menu under the progression tab, sorry, and unlock our trams here. And what we'll do is we'll place the depot, and I'm hoping, I didn't test this, it'll fit. No. Massive asset. Okay, let's see, where could we sort of place it that makes sense? I wouldn't mind it there, but the road there, maybe if we just sort of place it here. How does that look? Yeah, it came in actually pretty nice. What we can do is we will try and just sort of smooth it out a little bit. Maybe if we just take our slope terrain and just sort of, actually we'll just take a level, we'll just make a bit of a pad here, and then we can probably soften all the way around, and that should work a lot better. Yeah, so that looks pretty good there. Again, we'll be doing some more building eventually, but so, sorry, camera movements. We're going to come into our double tram track here, and when placing tram tracks, you can just place it over existing roads by using the replace tool. So we'll just put the replace tool there, we'll bring it down the side here, and then what we will do instead is you can also then place it just like any other road. So we'll take the simple curve, and we will just try and sort of curve it out and into the existing road here. And we'll take the one way actually, and we'll place it in like so. And then if we go into the replace tool and we do the one way this way as well, you can actually just put it down this track as well. Excuse me. And then when we're wanting to do one way and you're putting on an existing road, just make sure you're watching which way the arrow is facing. That way you know you've put it on the right way. So we've got a little bit of a loop here for the trams to go back and forth on. And I just want to try and clean up that a little bit because it's looking a little atrocious, and see what we can maybe come up with something a bit nicer. So try again with simple curves. We'll snap into the lanes here, go straight in at a 90, and then click once and drag it again twice. And let's see if we can clean this up with our road tools as well. So we'll take off the crossings, and we will also remove the traffic light. And can I do the no left turn on that? No. Okay. We'll leave the crosswalk there. But yeah, you can sort of get the idea. And then what we can do is we'll put down the double track again. If we go back into the replace mode, then this will just put it on the outer road. If we come down here, I'll show you a quick example. If we had a different road in place, such as the one with the median down the middle, what it does is it takes a lane and it's going to put the tracks down the middle instead, which is fine, but you know, this is an industrial area, so we kind of want to just have the trams share the tracks as well. So we will just keep going all the way down. And then through this area is where it's going to get just a little bit interesting. We can try and sort of place larger roads in if we can snap to existing geometry. So we take off the zoning cell length maybe, or the other one, maybe both. There's all these paths here I placed to try and put roads in. Maybe if we can just delete those. Seems how we're not zoning here. And on this side as well without breaking anything. Okay, so far so good. We'll just try and see if we can get some roads down here as well. Alright, different project, but got them in. So yeah, I had to change the road type here, and yeah, we're just running single lanes here. So I took the bus lanes off, so we'll move away from a bit of the bus rapid transit idea and more to the tram, and then kind of just squeezed them through here. Took a couple townhomes out, you know, little right-of-way project, and then brought it down around to our kind of train line here and looped it around in front of the college as well. And that should be good for getting our Cims kind of to and from across the city. You know, as we expand this areas again more, that'll change probably, but for now that's how we'll have it. So now we'll just go through and put down the stops, and then we'll get the line hooked up. All right, and here comes our trams on our new line. I realized real quick that I messed up in a few places, so I have fixed it. I put some of the stops on the same side of the road and then didn't realize that the trams could switch at some of the intersections, the sides of the road. So anyways, very intuitive, but something to get used to. So anyways, this whole thing now spans the whole way down to our university, which is great. And guys, I realized that I did not put any cargo train lines in. I was busy testing today and all that kind of stuff. So in my mind, I had done it. And I'm just looking at this cargo train terminal thinking, oh, I wonder how it did. And yeah, it wouldn't have done anything. So anyways, we're going to come into our cargo rail. We'll start one here and we'll go all the way out to our favorite place of them all, Albert Booty, I don't know, whatever it is, and back. And gonna make sure I don't mess up lines too quick, so I'll call this one Properton, Albert Booty, question mark at the end, and change the color to green, a nice dark evergreen. And then we will place in another line, create a new route here, and that will go to our other connection of Penrith. And hopefully that worked. Complete route, perfect. And then we'll come back into our cargo lines, and it is Properton to Penrith. And we'll make this one a nice pink. So we'll let those come out and get busy, and then after a bit we'll let the game run and see how it has done. But yeah, happy to finally get these cargo trains running, and again, just realizing that they can't really access the yard very well. So let's see if we can maybe get a two-way track here that'll just sort of nicely curve in through there into there like that, and see if that ends up working. It's kind of glitched those tracks up a little bit. I'll try and clean this up and then see how it goes. All right, so we've got our cargo lines established and our tram lines going. Let's take a quick look at the usage before we wrap up today's episode. So if we come into our transit overview, we can see, okay, whoa, 254, wow. This one's getting used already. That's exciting. Yeah, quite a few the trams. You might be able to take the vehicles down. Maybe we'll just drop it down by 1, bring it down to 8. But yeah, overall that line is running pretty well. If we come into our cargo lines, let's check out this one as well. 2 vehicles going. Our cargo train terminal is quite full already. You know, this cargo train is not taking anything yet, but yeah, there's another train just getting loaded up. Or is it on its way already? Just leaving now. And let's take a look at the other one. Cargo Penrith. So not getting much use yet. It could just be the lines are just starting to run. So yeah, overall, you know, I'm pretty happy with how this area is starting to come together. And yeah, thanks again for joining me today in Properton. Been really enjoying this series and being along with you guys, and look forward to seeing you again next time. So thanks, take care, bye-bye.